It's not in the cards for you. I'm pretty good at insults, and I got the internet and a lot of free time. Susan, what's going on in the news? What's going on in Spokane? What's the news? What's the big news story in Spokane?
Well, I hear that we're filming a killing of a monster.
A killing of a monster?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as monsters.
No, there is a monster.
There's a monster in Spokane.
There is a real monster.
Okay, what's this monster called?
Well, his name is Jesus Christ.
And he's dead?
No. Get him out of my body and I'll kill him right fucking now.
Why? Why do you want to kill Jesus?
Because he tortured me in his torture chamber, a human body, for 56 years.
Oh, I see what you're saying. And you're saying he forgives the things that he does to you.
I don't want to disrespect you, but you know, I don't love Jesus. I don't believe in Jesus. But Jesus tortured me for 56 years.
So what you're saying is he's gonna, yeah, I see what you're saying. He's gonna explain his ass, what he did to you. Yeah, I can see that as a representation of heaven. Maybe that'll happen for you someday. Maybe you'll find some way to like
Get him out of my
be
body.
cool again or whatever you're trying to explain. You're great. Shirley, was it?
Susan.
Susan.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's Susan explaining her perspective on God. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty cut and dry.
Everything
like
free.
I mean, but the reason why, you know what I'm saying?
If you have a job, you get everything
But it
for
would-
free.
Yeah, it wouldn't, I mean, it would. Yeah, exactly. Free, meaning the free part is coming from the corporation into the people, into this.
Yes.
To these particular ideas that. So say what you just said again.
Everything is free from the corporations. Well, everything is free in the United States now. That's what we'll run on the platform.
Because they have to
Everything
stop.
is
Why?
free.
Because they have to stay here. And
How do you pay for it? Well, everything's free. So the corporations and the businesses will be forced to limit their resources. They'll be like, well, this is all we got left. This is all we can get. Well, they can mine more oil and stuff because the landowners will operate for free too. So they'll have to keep in business. If they quit and just don't do their jobs, guess what? You don't get to spend all the money. You just keep your job or get another job. Anytime you have a job, anything's free. You don't get paid a salary either because everything's free. What are you going to do? Go to Japan? Go to China? No, as long as you have a job, everything is free. If you don't have a job like me, I could say that vlogging is my job and I'll get everything paid for. You know, $12,000 a year. If I don't have a job, $12,000 a year. If I have a job, I could say this is my job. I'll get to say everything is for free. I'll be the president of the United States in order to do this. You'll have everything free if you get a job, which could be as simple as doing videos of yourself on YouTube. If you had a job doing that, you could say you're a vlogger, which is technically a job because you're expending work, you're moving things, you're trying to get a laugh, you're trying to get viewers. You could say that's a job. Just record yourself doing anything, and you'll get everything for free. You could say you're a musician, and that'll be your job. Even if you're not employed by anybody, it's technically a job. So everything would be free.
It takes work, it takes practice, you have to keep that shit up.
Absolutely. Even if you don't play it, you can just say, well, I'm a musician now.
Bro, once you get to a certain level, you still have to practice a certain amount of hours a day, even when it comes to speed of your hands.
Yeah.
Like hand speed, like to keep up.
And you play guitar all the time. You're entertaining people around you all the time. You can say you're a musician skater, and you skate too. You board out there. So you can say that's a job. I could say I'm a vlogger or a social networker, and I would technically have a job, so everybody that had a job would have everything for free, you know, and I'll run for president of the United States in 2024. And that'll be the only thing that I'll do. That'll be the only thing that I do. As soon as I get in, I'll try to get approval from the SCOTUS, Supreme Court, 9 people. plus means so 10 people will have to agree to make everything free. Everything in the United States is free. And it has to remain all the businesses have to remain in the United States, have to remain open on their normal hours. Well, no, they'd have to remain open. And everything at them is for free. So if you have a job, everything's free. And people can do a job, anything, even if you're just walking around and say you're a professional walker. So anybody can have a job doing anything. What do you do when you're walking around? Well, you're like a public greeter. But you could just say you're a walker, you know? Who cares? Just as long as you have a job, anything, you get everything paid for. Everything would be free. How do you pay for it? Well, everything's free. See what I'm saying here? There's no way out of this. How cool this is. It's a great idea. We could also have another thing on it where all the corporations are cooperative. And you can do it with an executive order. You just have to get the approval of the Supreme Court. It would have to be something they would like. And I think this is one of those things that they would like. I think they'd enjoy going home from their hard day of being judges on the Supreme Court. And they get on the computer and they can buy anything they want. All the businesses are open, just as they were. They go on Amazon. They're at work maybe. They're just fucking around. They're like, hey, what can I buy now? I can get anything I want in the United States for free. What are they going to buy? What am I going to buy? Well, the first thing I'm going to buy is the stock market, which is $50 trillion. I'm going to take the stock market and I'm going to pay off the national debt. So my job is to buy the stock market, pay off the national debt, which is $27 trillion. Take the other $22 trillion and just put it right in the U.S. Treasury. And that's what I'll do while I'm president. And then after that, I'll resign.
Yeah, get it in gold.
Like you and I, if we ran, you'd be my Veep.
Egyptian ass fucking pure gold.
No, not gold. It's already what it is. It already is. Everything's free.
Gold.
Not gold. Everything's free.
Well, what are you going to put in the treasury? Dollars? Actual dollars or digital dollars?
Digital dollars, just like it is. Everything is just digital. I'll just buy the stock market.
I hate digital dollars. I hate the concept of digital dollars.
It's the best thing we got. It's based on just digital dollars. The way I'm doing it, it won't matter anything. Everything in the United States is free.
It's going good now, man. Get in and get out, guys.
All the United States would do at that point is paid off the debt, which is $27 trillion. Then it has $22 trillion. It'll take like another 20 years to spend all that. So they don't have to borrow any money, which would be a great idea. And so
yeah, that is a great idea.
You still have to buy things in other countries.
Not borrowing,
don't forget that.
Taking from resources that are already here from dirty motherfuckers.
$22 trillion. We could buy a third of China.
I can't help it.
China is worth $60 trillion. That's what their stock market is worth. We just buy a bunch of stock or something. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll let the people decide. We'll let the people decide what to do with that $22 trillion. What do we do with it? Everything in the United States is free. What do we need in other countries? Everything's free out here, so you just get your insurance. It's free. Get the best in the world. The United States, whatever it is, everybody's going to have the same quality. If they don't, well, shit. Well, you don't even need insurance. You just go, and you go to the hospital, and it's already paid for. What are you buying? If you're buying anything from foreign countries, well, you could just make that in the United States. Everything you can make you can make anything in the United States. Just make everything in the United States again. Everybody would have jobs. It would create tons of jobs. They just want to get paid anything, but they would be able to spend as much money as they wanted. whatever the corporations allow them to spend. What's the biggest unit of oil you can spend on, you know, just buy a bunch of gasoline or something? I don't know. They'd probably be like, oh shit, the people are going to start buying all our gasoline, so we'd have to limit it to, I don't know, 100 gallons this period or something like that. But it would be free, and you can only have that ration amount at a time. Or you just keep it as it is, or whatever they decide to do. Because they'd have 2 months to decide what to do. I'd be president-elect for 2 months. It'd be panic, but there would be no stock market, so it wouldn't matter. I would just buy the stock market and, you know, pay off the debt. Then we have 22 trillion. Then what do we do with that? That's the part of the thing for running for president. What do we do after we buy the stock market and pay off the debt? Well, $22 trillion, we do what with? You know, we ask the people, what should we do, Sharif? With $22 trillion, once we buy the stock market, what are we going to do? We have $22 trillion. Do we just keep it in the treasury? Do we buy something huge with it for the United States we might need? I'm going to put my proposal in and say that we just buy $10 trillion of China stock. And if people want that, they can vote yes or no, and then we'll do another one for the people. I'll do mine, like $10 trillion of yuan. We just invest in the Chinese stock market. If that gets approved, we'll probably will get approved. If not, the people will decide that, yes or no, and then they'll go ahead and decide it. Either way, it's going to be fun. We'll give them, the people, $10 trillion to spend in one lump sum on something. We'll just say, or you can split it up. You can do whatever the hell you want. You just write in your proposal for it. And we take the one that we like. Maybe you do it live over the internet. You just do it live over the internet, and we get the first 10 and vote on them. You got to be right there in line. You cut and paste, boom, boom. You have to have your thing planned out. It would be just kind of a popularity contest to see what we do with $10 trillion. And then we pick the 10 and we let the people decide on those top 10 that come in first come, first serve, what do they call it? First come, first serve. First in line. The top people. The top 10.
Yeah, probably rebuild
first
like
come,
some of the,
first serve.
Like the damaged cities that are really, really fucked up. Just a facelift.
That's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. Like the big cities get a facelift.
Complete facelift.
Yeah. Or we could spend it all in Spokane.
The really needed areas, not the areas where they can.
Oh my God!
The areas that, you know what I mean.
That's what I should propose. We just spend it all in Spokane.
The most needed areas.
Yeah.
Detroit, Chicago.
Let people decide. I'm sure they would let us do that. Think of what that would do.
I'm not fucking you.
How do we spend that in Spokane? If we got $10 trillion, what do we do to Spokane?
Fucking homeless fucking city.
It would become like Dubai times 100. That would be awesome. That would be my idea. I can't remember her name. But I gave her a bunch of popcorn, and I always try to be nice to her. She's like a homegirl, kind of.
Yeah, I like her smile.
Yeah, and then there's Jocelyn, too. What should we do with it? I propose we give $10 trillion to Spokane. Just to see if the people would vote on that. Oh man, that would be great. But the idea is we make everything in the United States free. So we'd have to buy something from out of town for Spokane. Just a bunch of gold. Just a bunch of gold. Oh, we've got it.
You're scaring the hell out of me, man. Everything that I do good, I try to do good.